Well guys, here today we are talking about the problem. The one problem I see with what is going on with Tesla stock, the vision of Elon Musk, the only problem I see out there, and there's only one, and this was on my mind this weekend, and I started thinking about this on Friday, and I'm like, I have to make a video about this because I think there's an issue that is going on here that I have to address out to my subscribers, which is a large amount of individuals that are investing in the stock market. I think it's good that I bring this up to everybody's attention because this will end up saving people a lot of money, okay? So if you didn't know, Tesla went IPO back in 2010, okay? So about 10 years ago. They raised, $226 million that day. Back on IPO day, the stock was $17 a share and it shot up like crazy. Actually, in that day, it was up to nearly $24 is where the stock actually closed at. It was the first American automaker to go public since Ford in 1956, okay? Company was going to go public at $14 to $16 a share, and it ended up opening at 17, ended up closing almost at $24 a share on that particular day, okay? The Tesla Roadster was the only vehicle Tesla had in the market back in 2010, which was this little teeny car. I actually saw one of them in person recently. I picked up my Model X this weekend and I actually saw one in person, and my goodness, that car was so small. It was so insanely small. Saw one of those originals, and it was unbelievable, okay? Back then when the company went public, this was way before, the Model S. This was way before Model 3 or Model X, Model Y, the solar roof, solar panels, the battery business. This was before, the massive gigafactories like in Reno and Shanghai now, and the one they're trying to build in Germany. This was way before any of that when the company went public. Literally, the only vehicle they had in the market was the Tesla Roadster at that time, the 2008 Tesla Roadster, okay? That teeny little car, right? Now, what we see here is a stock chart of Tesla since that time when it went public at 17 bucks a share, okay? I mean, look at the stock. The stock basically did a 10x in about a 3 to 4 year span after it went public, okay? Next thing you know, the stock's trading at nearly $200 a share. $200 a share after about a 3 or 4 year span after the company went public. Obviously, they launched Model S. That started to be a successful product in the market. There was talk about maybe a Model X coming down the road at those particular times. The hype started to build around Tesla, and they had, its first big initial success there that people are like, okay, you know what? Maybe there's going to be something here. Maybe this could at least be a niche high-end auto player, okay? And then basically not much happened with the stock for about 5 years, from like, late 2013, into 2014, all the way basically throughout 2019. This was a stock that floundered around, anywhere from like $180 a share to $300 something a share. And a lot of that time is spent in the 200s. And so nothing really happened with the stock for years and years and years. And now it has just taken off like a SpaceX rocket ship. I mean, look at it. I mean, the stock is now $800 a share. This stock has 40x'd. It is 40x'd since its IPO 10 years ago, okay? That is unbelievably ridiculous performance for 10 years. I mean, if you could be in a stock that does a 2x or 3x, I mean, it's even a 4x, that's amazing in a 10-year span. If you could be in a stock that 3x's or 4x's in a 10-year span, like that's phenomenal. Tesla just went 40x in a 10-year span. And it wasn't like this company's stock price just went up like crazy for no reason. You look at this company and their financials back when they went public versus where they're at now, and it's just on a whole different level, okay? So as a company, when they went public, was doing up a little over $100 million of revenue, okay? And now in the latest year, 2019, they just did $24.5 billion in revenue. That's a miracle, okay? That's a straight up miracle. Like that type of growth is hard to even fathom. They just reported nearly $7.4 billion in revenue in a 3-month span. And this was a company back when they went public not that long ago that was literally doing a little over $100 million. Like that is incredible. In 2020, they're expected to do $32.5 billion in revenue. In 2021, they're expected to do over $41 billion in revenue. These numbers are incredible, okay? And they're all thanks to the Tesla team, whether we're talking the ground level employees, whether we're talking the executives, whether we're talking about Elon Musk, right? This has been a straight up a miracle. Like no one thought, any automaker could be, founded and become a successful company nowadays. Never mind an electric vehicle maker. And here you have Elon Musk pulling this off, and with all the things that have gone on, whether you're talking about the SEC situation, whether you're talking about just all the drama that kind of went around Elon Musk for particular times, it's absolutely crazy to pull this off. And here we are now sitting with a company that, individuals, very intelligent investors such as Ron Barron saying the company is going to hit $1 trillion in revenue in 10 years, okay? $1 trillion, like that's like literally, you go back, right? 10 years ago, this was a company doing 100 million. To go from, if they go from $100 million in revenue to $1 trillion in revenue in a 20-year span, that's nothing short of a miracle if they pull that off. That's absolutely incredible. Ron Barron's a highly successful investor. He's had a ton of success over time. This isn't like this is some fly-by-night guy. No, he does this pretty well. You have individuals like Cathie Wood putting $15,000 price targets on the stock by 2024, and she talks about her, kind of middle case is $7,000 a share by 2024. Okay, in 2024, these numbers are absolutely incredible. You guys know me, my stance. I believe within the next 5 years, I believe Tesla stock's going to be a $3,000 stock. And so everybody's seeing these price targets put out from people and these, expectations and the results, the concrete results that are in the numbers, the financials, and everybody's seeing the stock price. And you see an individual investor like myself, we're up over $85,000 on our Tesla position in one of my accounts. Okay, that we have 150 shares, $85,000. And another one of my accounts, I decided to go ahead and take some profits and go ahead and get taxed on that money now. And essentially, we've already booked $72,000 in profits in one of my accounts on Tesla. I went ahead and bought those shares back, and on those shares, we're already up nearly $11,000. Another one of my accounts, we're up $6,200. Another one of my accounts, we're up $8,400. And so the whole investor world is seeing this. They're seeing this right in front of their eyes, whether they own Tesla stock or not. It's just a stock you have to pay attention to, and you've seen the stock price go up massively over the past 10 years. You've seen the business increase dramatically over the last 10 years. You've seen the company completely change an industry where everybody thought the electric vehicles were a joke, where now every big auto manufacturer out there is going to be fighting for their life in the over the next 5 to 10 years and trying to hop on the electric bandwagon. And you see in all this as an investor, okay? And people start to look for the next Tesla. They start to say, okay, this was awesome. Tesla was cool, man. This has been a cool company. And everybody's looking for the next Tesla now. They're like, where is this, okay? Looking for that company has three very similar things to what Tesla had. They're looking for that big vision, that change the world type vision, like doing some big stuff that people never thought was possible, okay? They're looking for that stock that has huge potential upside. People don't want to just double their money. People don't want to just triple their money. People want to make a 10x on their money in 10 years. People want to make a 20x on their money in 10 years. People want that massive potential upside, that life-changing type, potential upside like the Tesla IPO was. I mean, you buy into that, even if you bought for a pretty small amount of money, you've probably gotten rich off that. I mean, imagine buying $100,000 on the IPO when Tesla stock went public. I mean, it'd be an absolutely incredible amount of money now. I mean, probably at least $4 million, if not more than $4 million now, okay? So they're looking for that huge potential upside, looking for that company that's doing some stuff that's going to take some miracles to pull off. Very hard to pull off, just like Tesla's, this is like a miracle that's basically worked out here with Tesla. And so now everybody wants to start comparing their ABC company, okay, this company that is trying to pull off something huge. They're trying to compare them essentially to Tesla. And they start trying to say things like, this is the next Tesla. And they have a founder here that's, kind of like an Elon Musk. And they like to start putting all these things together, and they're like, okay, there's this stock here, and this is going to become the next Tesla. And this I foresee as being a big issue in the stock market, okay? Because for every one of these miracle type companies like a Tesla, where it actually just not only gets to the other side where they don't have to go bankrupt or something, something like that, but they get to the other side where they become a massive Goliath company. For every one of those, you have a ton of companies that will be failures and will go bankrupt, and these other companies are trying to pull off some incredibly hard things, these big visions, these miracle type opportunities. Just understand, a lot of them won't work out. And what you're going to have happen is you're going to have investors flood a lot of money because they're looking for that next Tesla opportunity where they can 10x their money, where they can potentially 20x their money, 40x their money, and they're gonna, in their mind, try to put all these things together and like, oh, I see a little similarity with Tesla here. Remember, Tesla was trying to pull off this big thing, and they'll say things like this. They'll say things like this. Remember when people doubted Tesla, and look at Tesla became a success, so don't doubt my ABC company because that's going to be another Tesla situation. And this is going to lose investors so much money. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And I could definitely understand why people would look for these type of opportunities, because you have a situation here where people become very jaded about a stock. Because if you weren't involved with Tesla stock and you have seen the type of success the stock has had, then it probably makes you a little mad on the inside. It probably makes you a little mad. And sometimes when people get a little emotional and they get mad, you're like, I want revenge, okay? And so some individuals try to short a stock like this. And we've seen how that has not worked out for the short sellers in regards to the stock. Or they say, you know what? I'm going to find the next Tesla. That's going to be my opportunity to pounce and make a massive gain. And, you know, people might doubt this company right now, but it's going to work out. And I'm just telling you guys, for every one of these Tesla situations, there's 1,000 companies that are failures. And I know a lot, unfortunately, I know way too many people that put the majority of their net worth, if not their entire net worth, in Tesla stock. And so far, it has worked out absolutely incredible for those individuals. But a lot of people have seen this, and a lot of people are going to try to do the same exact thing on the next company that maybe could be the next Tesla. And this is where the fatal flaw ensues. This is where I will see a ton of investors lose massive amounts of money, because so many people are going to try to find the next Tesla stock and they will compare it to Tesla, and they'll say, yeah, everybody used to doubt Tesla. Don't doubt my company. They're the next Tesla. Oh, they got a leader over here. He's kind of similar to Elon Musk. So therefore, is the next Elon Musk, and they're going to be super successful. And this is going to be an issue, guys. This is going to be absolutely an issue. Don't get caught up into the whole mind frame of just trying to compare companies to Tesla. Sometimes it makes sense to compare some companies to other companies, but most of the time it is a flaw. I always grew up in the sports world, right? And every time there was some guy coming out in the next draft, they would try to compare him to some Hall of Fame player and be like, this guy's got to be the next so-and-so. And you know what happened almost every single time? That guy did not meet the hype. That guy was not even close to that player they compared them to so many times, guys. And this is what's going to happen in the stock market. But the difference is, in the sports world, you're just trying to guess, and you're like, oh, that'd be cool if this guy's the next Michael Jordan. But you know what happens in the stock market? You're actually putting in your real hard-earned money into a stock, and you're trying to bet that that company is the next Tesla. And I'm just here to tell you guys what Tesla's been able to pull off, the stage that Tesla's been able to get the company to, and where they're likely go over the next few years. Like, that is nothing short of a miracle. And don't forget that. And don't just start saying, oh, this one's the next Tesla, this one's the next Tesla. And don't start thinking it's just all possible for all these companies to pull off miracles, because it is a ridiculously hard thing to pull off what a company like Tesla has done, guys. So I hope this video saves you a lot of money, because I'm seeing it consistently out there in the YouTube comments and whatnot. People taking very speculative companies and trying to compare them to Tesla and trying to say this is a company that's going to 10x, 20x, 50x in the future, because look at Tesla pulled it off, so this company over here can pull it off. And I'm just going to tell you guys, let this video save you guys a lot of money, okay? Let this video save you guys a lot of money. Just realize, there are many times these speculative stocks that are trying to pull off some ridiculous things, it's not going to work out. And so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, smash that thumbs up button and share this video out with somebody that, might want to watch a video like this. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.